In this week's episode, we are going to discuss a topic that a lot of people don't think about, and that is who is your who in retirement. Now, I know that sounds like I'm being a Dr. Seuss character. I promise you I'm not, and I'm going to explain exactly what that means. This is a really important topic. Let's roll.
Welcome to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Certified Financial Fiduciary, Tim Wood. Tim is a retirement and income planning expert, best-selling author of Safe Money Retirement, Your Game Plan for Success, member of the exclusive Ed Slott Master Elite IRA Advisor Group, and founder of SafeMoneyRetirement.com. Tim uses an education-first approach with clients nationwide to ensure they understand their choices in planning their own safe money retirement. Tim focuses on wealth management, retirement income, tax and long-term care planning, and asset protection and growth strategies. And now, from the Safe Money Retirement Studio in Johnson City, Tennessee, your host, Tim Wood.
Thank you for joining me this week. I'm Tim Wood, host of the Safe Money Retirement Show. I'm a certified financial fiduciary that specializes in asset and retirement protection and income planning. So who is the who in your retirement? What the heck am I talking about? Well, let me tell you where this idea came from. There's a book out there. I recommend it to anybody, whether you're in business or just life. It's called Who Not How, and it's written by Dan Sullivan and Dr. Benjamin Hardy. This book is absolutely transformed the way that I look at business and the way that I look at life, and I think it'll help you out too, and that's what we're going to discuss today. But first, do you already have your copy of Safe Money Retirement, Your Game Plan for Success? If not, why not? We will send you a copy absolutely free with no charge and no obligation so you can make a plan that works specifically for your situation. In this book, you're going to learn what options there really are and what you can do to help yourself plan your own safe money retirement. Give us a call right now. We'll send you a copy absolutely free. It's 800-913-SAFE. That's 800-913-7233, or just log right onto our website at safemoneyretirement.com and register for your book there. So in the book, Who Not How, Dan Sullivan and Dr. Hardy really go in depth about how most everything that you do in life, some people try to figure out how to do everything, and they want to know how to do everything. But then some people actually do things a little wiser, and they find the right who's that can take care of their hows. So let me explain what all that means, because it sounds like I'm talking gibberish. So let's just say you were a professional athlete. Now, could you represent yourself and figure out how to do that and how to get the most and how to do the contracts and how to do this and how to do that? Sure, you could. Or you could find an agent that would be your who. Then you don't need to know how. You just have to have a who that can do that for you. Same thing with taxes. A lot of people want to know how to do their taxes. Some people just need a good CPA that's their who. That's who takes care of their taxes. And this can be with anything in life. I mean, in my company here, Safe Money Retirement, I don't have time to do everything myself, obviously. That's why I've got an office staff. They are my who's for following up with clients. They are my who's for making sure that all the contracts and agreements and everything goes smoothly and everything goes just like it should. They are my who's for a lot of that stuff because I simply just don't have the time to do everything myself. Now, how does this relate to you in retirement? Let's get back to the point. Who is your who in retirement? Is your who you? Are you your own who? So are you not going by anybody else's now this would be somebody else that's what they do, that they are a professional, they study this stuff, they hopefully like us certified financial fiduciaries, so have your best interest at heart, so have all of this knowledge, understand how everything works, and have your best interest at heart. Is that who you have looking after your retirement, or are you trying to figure out how to manage your retirement yourself and hope to God you do it right. Because we only get one shot at this. If you mismanage your money, if you run out of money before you run out of life, guess what? That's it. You're out of chips. It's over. Now you've got to rely on friends or family, or worse, even the state or the federal government. So we certainly don't want that. So you need to make sure that you have got the right who's in your retirement. But I want you to even think bigger than that, because in retirement, is money important? Of course. Is making sure you got your bills paid? Of course. Is making sure you don't lose any if the market crashes? Of course. All of those things are super important in retirement, even more so in retirement than they are when we're working. So granted. But there's so many other things in retirement that basically help you have a happy retirement, not just the money. So who else can be your who's? Who's your spiritual who? Do you have a pastor? Is there a pastor online maybe that you follow? Is there a spiritual guide, a spiritual leader? Who is your who spiritually in retirement? Who is that going to be? Who is your who in terms of health? Is there someone that you follow? Do you have a trainer? Do you have someone online that you follow? Has someone helped you work out what's going to be the smartest way for you to eat in order to get the most out of your body and be able to still function as you move into your 70s and your 80s and potentially 90s or even over 100? If you don't take care of your body in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, you're going to pay for it in your 80s, 90s, or 100s. So who is your who for that? Who is your who that's at home with you? I mean, my wife is probably my biggest who that I have in the world, because she's my everything. I mean, she helps everything that happens. She's involved in the business, of course, but she helps take care of the family and things with the daughter and things with the house and all of those things that I don't have time for. She is the who. She's the glue that holds everything together. So I really want you to think about this idea of having who's in your life that are experts at whatever it is. I mean, you can name literally anything, and there's a who out there that can help you do it. For example, I do a lot of webinars. Some of you that listen to this may very well go to my webinars, and I hope you do. But I used to put all of those slides and everything together myself. Incredibly time consuming. Well, I found a who. I found a who that I can say, listen, here's what I want to present. Here's how I want it to look. Here's kind of what I want to say. She will put the whole thing together for me. Now, all I've got to do is get in there and tweak it and make a few little changes, and boom, we're good to go. And I just freed up probably 10 to 20 hours of my time by finding the right who. You can do that same thing in your retirement, but make sure you're finding the right who. Make sure you're finding a who that is a certified financial fiduciary that's going to have your best interest at heart 100% of the time. Make sure you're finding a who that can get you into plans that aren't going to bottom out if there is another major market event, whenever that is. I shouldn't say if, I should say when, because that is going to happen. Make sure that you have someone that is your who that understands the difference from being in the growth and acquisition phase that we are in our entire adult lives, and how different it is when you get into the retirement and the distribution phase. Totally different set of circumstances, totally different set of plans, and you need a different who. You need a who that understands the specific needs of retirement and can help you plan out what's going to be best for you. So to finish this off today, who is your who? And you can put that with anything, with retirement, with your taxes, with anything. Who is your who? Make sure you've got the right who's in your life, and especially when it relates to retirement and your retirement income and your retirement savings, what you're going to leave as a legacy, what you're going to do in the case of a long-term care situation, all of these things. Make sure you've got the right who for your retirement so you can have your own safe money retirement without the stress. This is Tim Wood, your host of the Safe Money Retirement Show. I'll be right back after this informative message.
Do you currently own an annuity? Do you understand what it does, how it works, and if it's suitable for your retirement plan? Some annuities have high fees that their benefits might not justify. Some annuities are exposed to significant market risk. Worse yet, if an annuity is sold without proper planning, it can cause unintended consequences for your retirement and a massive tax burden for those you leave behind. Having the right type of annuity for your specific situation is vitally important. So if you own an annuity, call us to learn more about how it works and if it's right for you. And if it's not, what your options really are. Our toll-free number is 800-913-SAFE. That's 800-913-7233. You can schedule a free consultation with Tim to review the features and benefits of any annuities or any other plans you currently have without any obligation. Call us right now to make sure your current plan is the best plan at 800-913-SAFE. That's 800-913-7233. Now back to more of the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood.
Thank you for tuning in to the Safe Money Retirement Show. I'm Tim Wood, a market risk mitigation specialist helping clients with retirement money preservation and income planning. In today's case file, we are going to look at the story of Larry and Mika. Now, Larry and Mika came in, great couple. They were in their late 50s, still making a plan for retirement. They'd come in at a smart time. But the couple, they had completely different goals. We had done the RISA, some of y'all have heard me talk about, so they could see what would actually make them happiest in retirement. And the two of them had completely different goals, but I'm going to explain how we worked them together. So his goal was to grow his money still as much as he possibly could. He was growth oriented. He still had that growth mindset and still wanted to be in that growth mindset, which is fine. So his mindset was 100% growth. Well, her mindset was 100% on passing a legacy to their kids when they're gone. That was her whole thing. I mean, yes, of course, she wanted to have enough while they were still alive, but her whole thing was making sure that some got passed a certain amount that she wanted, which actually was $100,000 per kid. They had 3 kids, so she wanted $100,000 per kid to go to each kid when they were gone. Well, so what we did was we actually looked at a plan that addressed both of those things for them. So to start with her, life insurance is a way to buy a benefit for pennies on the dollar. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is for way less than $100,000, you can purchase a plan that at some point in the future when you die is going to pay a beneficiary $100,000. In her particular case, it was a single premium between $30,000 and $40,000. So if you add all 3 of them up, they spent just about $100,000 to get $300,000 of benefit, $100,000 to each of their kids. She was happy. It was actually just a little bit less than $100,000. Now, of course, it depends on your age and your medical status and all that stuff. But for a little less than $100,000, she got her needs totally taken care of. So she was completely happy. And then basically she said to Larry, do whatever you want. So what we did then with Larry is we took a significant portion of, he actually had a 401k and an IRA. We took a significant portion of both of them, didn't close them out, just took a significant portion of both of them and put that into a growth plan with strong growth potential, no chances of losses, no fees, and that he can reallocate every single year to determine how that money's going to grow and to get it the most growth possible. So they left, they were completely happy because they were both got what they wanted. She knew her kids were going to be taken care of when they were gone, and he knew that they had put a good portion of their retirement savings into a plan that still was going to get them really good, strong growth, but no chances of losses. They left super happy, and actually they've already referred a few people to me. Now, how can this relate to you? Let's say that you and your spouse completely differ on how you want to live your retirement. Well, it doesn't mean that you need to break up. It doesn't mean that things can't work out. It means that you need to have someone that can take a holistic view of the whole thing, and let's see what one spouse wants and then what the other spouse wants, and let's come up with a plan that addresses both. So maybe you're in a similar situation to this. Maybe it's not leaving a benefit through life insurance. A lot of cases, it is one of the spouses is really concerned about having enough income. That's really their primary concern, is having enough income in retirement, no matter how long they live, no matter what happens in the market, no matter. They want guaranteed income. Y'all hear me preach this all the time. I'm a big believer in it. So we would get a plan set for guaranteed income. Now, let's say the other person is really into growth. Well, that's fine. We don't have to put everything into one type of plan. I've got a ton of clients that have income plans and growth plans and life plans, and in some cases, plans for long-term care, and in some cases, other things. So what you need to do is you need to sit down with a certified financial fiduciary that's going to have your best interest at heart, that's going to listen, that's going to really look at your entire picture and figure out a way forward that's going to help make both spouses happy, no matter what the differences are, because there's a way forward. You just need to make sure you're with the right person that's really going to listen and come up with a plan for both persons so they're both happy, and then you can move forward and have your own happy, safe money retirement. Well, I'm about out of time, and I would like to thank you for listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show. If you're serious about your financial future, give me a call, and together we'll get your retirement savings on the fast track to accumulate while reducing exposure to market loss. Thanks for listening, and until next time at the same time, I'm Tim Wood reminding you to stay safe so you can step into a secure future.
You've been listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood. Find out how to contractually guarantee that your income in retirement is guaranteed lifetime income and not IFCOME. Avoid any future market losses, plan for the potential of long-term care, and make wise planning choices so you can have the retirement that you deserve. Call us now for your free copy of Tim's best-selling book, Safe Money Retirement, Your Game Plan for Success. Our toll-free number is 800-913-SAFE. That's 800-913-7233. Or log on to our site at safemoneyretirement.com for more information or to request your free book. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you online at safemoneyretirement.com. The preceding information does not represent tax, legal, or investment advice. Obviously, by contacting us now, you are only taking the first step toward protecting your retirement. No information presented today should be acted upon without meeting with a qualified licensed insurance professional. It's important that you read all insurance contract disclosures carefully before making a purchase decision. Interest and other guarantees in annuity contracts are subject to the claims-paying ability of the insurance carrier that issued the contract. The tax consequences of annuity income should be considered with the help of a licensed tax professional. Rates and returns mentioned on this program may vary based on state availability and are subject to change without notice.